Welcome to CountryLine TV. I'm Ashley Higginbotham on set in Nashville with Louie TheSinger.
What up?
How are you today?
I'm blessed to be here back in Nash.
Yeah, you are. You've had a busy year.
Yes. Busy last couple of years. Blessed, blessed for it too.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a tour.
Yes, one for the hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Texas, home of
Yeah.
the Stockyards. Yep.
Talk to me about writing the album and kind of the process.
Man, writing the album for any other artist, I'm pretty sure like real artists it's the same. It was just emotional, going through things. Two of these records were like personal situations that I didn't even think were gonna be on the album. I got to co-write for the first time because normally I just do music by myself, but I got to co-write with people, set up, through UMG, MCA now, and those records were amazing. So I assumed that the 30-something records, we were going to pick out of those. Well, I went to the studio one night, and I wrote 2 emotional records that were about, my separation from my kid's mother. And then also with that had to do with my anxiety, called If I Die Tomorrow. And Billboard writes about it and all these other people. And I remember just being like, man, okay, this was worth it. But the process to get there was definitely emotional. It was a lot of things that happened. But makes for good music, here we are.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Sad stories make for really good songs.
Yeah, and it's worse because it only gets sadder as the moment goes because you're like, you talk about it. It's like, yeah, we talked about it, and then you're sitting crying again. You're like, I know. We were just talking about this last night. We met a guy that went through a similar situation, and he's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm over it now. My buddy was like, damn. I'm not.
It's like that meme of that kid that's being interviewed on TV, and she's like, how are things? And he's like,
great. Yep.
Starts crying.
I would say that's my Monday every Monday, but that's my Monday, my Tuesday, my Wednesday, my Thursday. No.
Only days that end in Y. It's
Life
okay.
be lifing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you say that you went to the studio one night and you wrote, how much did you write in one night?
I have wrote these 2 songs. Well, one of them, it was kind of back to back. But no, I write pretty fast. I write a lot. When it goes, it goes. It just happens, it happens. But no, so we wrote about 30-something records in a week, about 4 days, really. I had a writing session, and I write very fast. So my A&R, Chelsea, shout out Chelsea. At the time, she, what she did was set up a write. And instead of just putting me in a room with people, they set up 3 rooms at a time with 3 different people. And I was bouncing around for 20 minutes writing these songs with them. At 2 o'clock, we eat. 3 o'clock, we come back. They fill the room with all kinds of different people. So I've worked with, by night's end, 18 people a day for 3 days.
Wow.
We came up with 30+ records, and we chose 8 of them. And what's crazy is one night when I'm writing by myself, bawling, crying more than recording, I write these 2 records, and they ended up on the album. Out of 8, 2 of them were completely by myself, going through what I went through, and so it was cool.
That's got to be a great feeling. That's something that just you wrote, like made it on the album.
Yeah, because you're at this level, I keep it real. You need help. You need to be around certain situations, and I can't just get there by myself, so getting there with like the labels and stuff like that, these writers and stuff, and getting introduced to these things, we needed those. And so to be able to be like in the room with these big dogs and then them still choose my songs and be like, yo, that's it, it was a blessing. And a lot of the fans lately, what's crazy is the Goodbye record is where I've built the new ones. The goal is your new body of work to always not only please the fans that are there already, but to also grab new ones and like go through new experiences with new people, because that's what music is. It's an attachment. It's not just a song. It's actually a moment in time that you've gone through. So now you have that relation to that person, and I love that, because going to these shows, who am I going to sing to? Nobody, so getting to meet these people that have been through the same thing as me, they don't understand. It gives me motivation because it's like, dude, I've heard people with worse stories. I'm like, I give you motivation? Like, this is crazy. I ain't gone through nothing compared to you, so, but, it's a very beautiful feeling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when you write, what comes first, the lyrics or the melody? What kind of?
Whatever. I mean, however, whatever. It comes different for me, man. There's times where I'm like, we're there to create, or there are times where Dan and me are just messing around and I'm like, ooh, that works, that works. There's times where certain situations happen and I'm coming home writing a song called Back to My Wife, and it's like, it is what it is, but, it's just, it's real life, so it's easy, but maybe they give me a guitar riff and I just go from there. Maybe I know what I want to talk about, or maybe I don't know. I just love making music, so here we are.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell you're so passionate about it.
Oh yeah, I can't explain where it starts. It just never really ends, really.
Yeah. So are you still located in Fort Worth? Do you still live there?
Oh, 100%. I'm a Texas boy.
Oof, nice. Wait, what's your Texas NFL team? Which one?
Oh, Cowboys. Yeah. That's how you know you're a real fan, whenever you still support.
It's the wrong It's the wrong Texas team to be a fan of, but that's okay.
Whatever, dude.
You can
No,
duke
I'm
it out later.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? So you like the Texans?
I do.
So I actually did the halftime show.
What? When?
2023 was when everything started rolling on the internet and everything. Me and Paul Wall actually did the halftime show. I actually brought Paul Wall out. My boy, shout out Paul Wall. He didn't even have to do that, and he did it.
Paul Wall.
Yeah. So I have a song with him called Down Here, and I did a halftime show. And and I was like, well, how about I bring H-Town's very own? They were like, yeah, we love it. So he came out on the slingshot. But I'll give you a funny story. We ended up right when we were walking out. And for rehearsal at 5 a.m., I had just came in from a show in El Paso, and I was like tired, and we're at sound check. He's like, yeah, I'm finna come out in a slingshot. I'm like, dang, why did I not come out in a slingshot? And then I'm like picturing Paul Wall getting flung, bling, and just smiling like ding. And then when I see him come out in the car slingshot, I'm like, I'm so glad I ain't say nothing out loud, because I would have sounded like the dumbest.
You thought he was getting one of these?
I thought he was gonna land in something soft or something. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I could just picture Paul in the wall and Paul in the air, just like looking over and just ding. If Texas had a mascot, it would be Paul Wall. I'm telling you, he's one of the greatest people you ever meet. One of the most humblest guys you'll ever meet.
He seems so nice.
God, that smile's real. That's why he looks happy. But I grew up on his music, So
Same.
for all this, to be able to happen to lead to an NFL game. Well, really, the Texans reached out to me. Hey, would you like to come see the training camp and stuff like that? I'm like, sure. They DM me. So I went out there. I run into to McNair, to the owner and his wife, and she wants to take a picture with me. So I'm like, it's crazy. So she follows me on Apple Music.
Okay.
And then 3 days later, they hit us up and was like, yo, would he be interested in doing the halftime show? It's not much pay, but I was like, yes, let's go. I was like, y'all don't even know. PlayStation. Not in real life, but PlayStation.
You need a backup. I'm here for you.
You know, hey, but then you get out there, you see how big those vatos are. You're like, shit, water boy it is. Hell yeah. Let's go. Fun fact, you're going to laugh at this one. I was a halftime dancer for the Dallas Cowboys I was a Dallas Cowboys rhythm and blues b-boy. I used to break dance.
What?
I had a little song back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see
I
that.
really can't do it no more. It's not even funny. Like, people are like, yeah, get down. I'm like, oh no.
I won't get back up.
Shout out to Chris Young though. Have you seen him break dance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. You still got it. It's all on you though,
Breakdance is all
Chris.
over Nashville.
Yeah. So that's cool though. I am a Cowboys fan though.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
allow
duke it out later.
So like I said before, you've already had a very busy year, very busy past few years. What's next for you?
Just going even harder. One thing I've learned is if it's starting to move, don't stop. That's not when you coast. It's not when you lay back. It's when you go harder. So the goal is we've got opportunities for UK, Ireland, all this stuff coming up. 2026 is gonna be crazy. I gotta get it right, mate. I got shout out my buddy Jake Angel, man. He's from the UK. He's produced so many records for me that have gone viral, and hopefully I can go back with him. But we got UK, Ireland, new music, and I mean the Nessio stuff. It ain't none of that diluted stuff. All I'm gonna say is this: I love making music, but it's about to get back to Nessio. 2026 is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun, good times, and I want to get to explore more parts, and also at the same time, share these blessings with family.
I'm gonna do a couple rapid fire questions for you.
Here they
ready?
come.
Hard-hitting questions. Really, really thoughtful, very long questions.
It's
Ready?
like child support judge. Who are you employed for? How long have you been employed? What'd you go to prison for? I'm just kidding. All right, I'm ready.
Beach vacation or ski trip to the mountains?
Man, that's crazy because no offense, but neither but beach if I had to pick.
Neither. What's your choice?
Man, I'd rather just be at the house on the horse and like riding around like shit. I don't know, drinks, chilling, the beach. I love the water, but man, I don't know. I can't fight sharks and shit. I'm one of those paranoid Texas guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like my buddy Sammy's like, we're going deep sea. I thought, nope.
No,
He was like, you don't know what I was gonna say. You said deep sea. It doesn't say it stops there.
So free diving with sharks, not on your
Nah,
bucket list.
it's like when people say, you want to go skydiving? Oh, no, I'm scared of, and I don't want to do. Oh, you're scared of heights? No, I'm scared of jumping out of a plane when it's not on the ground. That's what I'm scared of. Oh, you move. I'm just confused sometimes. But go for it.
All right, let's see. I feel like now I'm already going to know the answer to this, but Netflix and pizza or night out?
Mixture.
Okay,
Yeah,
like
we
depends
start
on
out,
like the weekend or something?
Yeah, maybe we do both. Maybe we decided to Netflix, then go get drinks, then come back and finish it there and just catch the credits. I don't know.
Okay. And what would you say? What is your go-to coffee order?
Oh, I make it at the crib now, but creamers, of course, we'll go either hazelnut or French vanilla sometimes. Um, uh, but I like a light roast because, as you can tell, I'm already a giddy up person, and yeah, so when I drink coffee, it's a lot worse.
Yeah, I'm only great to
So
talk to
light
after I've
roast.
had a lot of like just straight black coffee.
You gotta wake up.
And yeah.
Payal.
Yeah,
She
you
said
look
black
like you
coffee.
wake up like good morning.
Sometimes, well, honestly, it's pretty bad. Like if I don't like have like a wild night, which most of the time I'm just in bed. I'm up at 5:45, 5:30, heading to the ranch. Like I wake up like looking at my clock, like have we not there yet? And then I wake. Yeah, it's so horrible. I get it from my dad, but I do have my days. I need my coffee. Like I wake up, I'm like, they're like, hey, hey, hey. I'm like, thank God the horse can't talk because he would already cussed me out multiple times. Multiple times.
All right, I've got one more question for you. Younger you just so happens to walk in and you see him. What would you tell him? What would he want to say to you?
Whew. Wow. You got it. I would just tell him, it's tomorrow is gonna be probably worse, and you're gonna probably think why and when is it gonna stop? But it stops, and it stops anytime you want it to stop, and anytime you feel like it's not gonna stop, that's when you go harder. And I feel like he would tell me what the is going on in here. We don't come from much. He's probably like, are we on America's Most Wanted? What's going on? But no, my little me would be very confusing. But if I told him everything would be all right, he'd be happy, And I don't. We didn't have a whole, I'd be happier,
Okay, gotcha.
We'll fix that later.
Yeah, we'll take care of that for you. Well, Louie,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
singer,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for sitting down with me today.
Thank you so much.
If you like what you see, and you probably should because he's great, you should check out his new album, One for the Hometown.
Yes, one for the hometown.
And where can people find you on socials?
Everywhere, stalk me like my baby mamas. Louie TheSinger, LouieTheSinger.
Thank you again for coming or
Thank you
for
so much.
hanging out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.